So originally I had a hot compost bin that a lot of people have composting, it's just your scraps with some paper products. And then I learned about worm composting, how much more effective it was and faster and how good it was for your garden. So I bought 100 worms and switched over my compost to worm composting. I think I read an article about it and that got my interest, and there's a company called Uncle Jim's. They're like in Missouri or somewhere, and they ship worms, red wiggler worms, throughout the whole nation. So I bought my worms from them, and it's been going since. This is basically a completely chemical-free fertilizer that will give you more nutrients and more microbes for your plants to flourish than anything that can be store-bought. I experimented with it with 1 year, 2 different beds. And one bed I added the castings and worms to it, and the other bed I didn't. And the one that had the castings and worm probably was twice as big and twice as green, and the plants really bountiful in that garden. So I sell them 100 at batches, like batches of 100 at a time. Most people sell them by the pound or by the ounce, and I just don't do it that way, so I just sell them individually. So they eat any vegetable scraps that exist. They also have to have a mix of paper, so shredded paper, cardboard, with the mix of scraps. They just can't have like any protein or carbs. It all has to be vegetable. I'd say, like, if I'm going to be harvesting worms or taking them out to sell them, it's maybe 30 minutes per order. And if it's just a matter of maintaining the humidity level of the bin or adding food in, it's like a 5-minute check on them, make sure that the material is the right dampness. I'd say the biggest challenge is the temperature control. In the winter and the summer, if they're going to be outdoors, you have to manage that. And if they're indoors, and sometimes you're dealing with things like gnats, fruit flies, that will populate the rest of the house or bother the rest of the house. So they are drawn to that, decaying matter. So that's kind of a natural byproduct, but that's a challenge. If not, other than that, simply just maybe finding the time to maintain them, but it doesn't take long. It's very calming to me and very almost therapeutic.